The outgoing tide definitely caught the majority of the fleet off guard. They've headed back to the line. We've headed down to the pin. We're going to try and start again. 5 seconds and counting. Lots of boats like this end, but it's a Z flag start. Nobody wants to be over. There's the gun. Number 51 is Terry Hutchinson. Man, he just punched it. You know he's listening to the radio, looking at the committee. It's a nervous moment for he and a few others, while the rest of the crew sheets in and hikes hard. Bill Hardesty, not so lucky, number 53, making it off the line in last. Chris Larson, the regatta leader, sails on to leeward while Terry Hutchinson gets called over. In fact, he's hoisting the spinnaker to get back to the line. He's not alone. A lot of the top names in this event were over as well. A lot of the front runners head back to the line while the rest of the fleet sails upwind into the fog. After a long upwind beat, conservative tactics paid off for Carlo Fraccasoli and Chris Larson. 1-2 as they round the top mark and head downwind on a plane. Larson doing everything he needs to do. Lucky number 13, it's Carlo Fraccasoli at the leeward gates. He chooses the right-hand side to go back upwind, passing Chris Larson about 6 lengths behind. It's Larson who will split to the left. 4-time national champion Brian Porter behind in 3rd place. The left-hand side is favored for our leaders, and so far it is still Carlo Fraccasoli's race and Chris Larson's regatta. They're 1-2. At the offset for the last time, it's the final spinnaker hoist and the final run for Fraccasoli and crew, currently sitting in 10th place. This will definitely be a keeper. But here's the man with the fewest mistakes all week. The West Marine spinnaker is up and Chris Larson and crew are off. It's Carlo Fraccasoli on port from the left. Larson just jibed on his windward side. It's a length between the two boats. Fraccasoli just gets his bow clear, just catches a wave and squares down to the line to take the race. But either way, Larson will be happy with this 2nd place. He's still in command of the regatta. The fleet has regrouped back on the line, and this is the final race of the Melges 24 World Championships. The clock ticks down, the bow sheeting in, heading towards the line. It's an I flag start. No one wants to be over. There's the gun across the line. Very nice, except here at the pin end, a big crowd and a few boats are definitely going to get caught. Their hands slapped for that one as we head upwind. So far, just number 24. Jeff Wittenberg was the only victim at the start. Everyone else heads upwind, trying to sort out where the best strategy is to get to the top mark. Upwind, it's pretty much the middle of the road that pays off as boats converge from both the left and the right side. Approaching the top mark, it's Nicola Salone who just crosses ahead of Bill Hardesty. Hardesty will hit the port ley line, but Salone is in front. Well, the last shift is definitely a righty, as evidenced by the majority of this fleet, all on port tack approaching this mark. We could see some excitement. First 2 boats, Salone and Hardesty, are around, no problem. It's 24 feet of pure fun, and these Melges is playing with the kites up, heading for the leeward gates. At the bottom of the track, not much has changed. Number 65 still in the lead, Nicolas Salone. Evan Melges has pulled into 2nd place. He takes the left-hand gate and heads back upwind. As the teams head back upwind, the breeze increases. After 6 days of racing, fatigue has got to be setting in on some of these sailors. Rounding the top mark for the last time, it's Nicolas Salone still in the lead. Evan Melges in 2nd place. Great race for these two as they head downwind for the last time. Oh no, Terry Hutchinson not only hit the top mark, he's dragging it upwind. He's gone into a spin. Lots of other boats are approaching the mark now. He's looking for a way out. No, they haven't. They are still connected to it. He is dragging that mark upwind, and the fleet can't round it because, of course, there's an anchor line between his rudder and the mark. Race committee boat moves into position. They are now the mark, even though Hutchinson has disconnected it, likely with a knife or something. Terry's been having not an ideal week, and that's definitely not the way he wanted to wrap up the final race. At the finish line, it's Nicolas alone who wins the final race of this regatta, but it's Chris Larson who is this year's world champion.